Right now, a narrow water passage in Middle East is becoming the center of global tension. Merchant ships are getting stranded, oil tankers are moving carefully, and global markets are watching every development. The reason is rising tension involving Iran, Israel, and the United States. At the center of this situation lies on strategic location, the Strait of Hormuz. This small sea route controls a huge portion of the world's oil supply. If tension rises further and this route is disrupted, it could impact global trade, oil prices, and even India's economy. So, in this video, let's understand what exactly the Strait of Hormuz, why it is so important for global oil supplies and data flows, and how the current tension could affect the world, especially India. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow sea passage located between Iran and Oman. It connects the Persian Gulf with the Arabian Sea. Even though the strait is only about 33 kilometers wide, at this narrowest point, it plays an extremely important role in global energy supply. Every day, around 70 to 20 million barrels of oil pass through this route. More than 20% world total oil and gas shipments and nearby 40% of India's pass through this strait. That means nearby 1/5 of the world's oil supply travels through this single waterway. Major oil exporting countries like Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Iraq, Qatar depending on this route to send their oil to the global market. Because of this, the Strait of Hormuz is often called the world's most important oil choke point. As the situation escalates, Iran has warned that it could restrict or control access to the Strait of Hormuz, even though it does not hold sovereignty over the strait. Some Iranian officials have stated that the strait may only be closed for the ship connected to the United States, Israel, or certain European countries. Since February 28, ship traffic across the strait has reduced by 95%. 9 ships have faced the attacks in or near the strait. Even though the strait is not completely closed right now, the possibility itself is creating serious concern in global markets because even a small disruption in this region can affect global energy supply. Reports suggest that several merchant ships and oil tankers are already being delayed or stranded near the Strait of Hormuz. Shipping companies are becoming cautious because the area is now considered a high-risk conflict zone. This causes shipping delays, cargo congestions, rising the transport costs and insurance costs, disruption of global supply chains. Even small delays here can affect global trade routes. If this strait blocked or restricted, the consequence could be massive. First, oil price would surge globally. Since nearby 1/5 of global oil supply passes here, even partial disruption can push oil prices sharply upward. Higher oil prices mean petrol and diesel price increase, transportation cost rise, food price increase, inflation grows worldwide. In short, the global economy would feel immediate pressure. Now, let's talk about India. 40% of Indian oil flows through this strait and 60% Indian liquid petroleum gas come from the imports largely upstream of the strait. India could face higher fuel prices, increased import costs, pressure on the economy, rising inflation. Petrol and diesel price in India could rise significantly if oil price spike globally. However, India has been trying to reduce this risk by importing oil from other regions like Russia, as USA has given the green signal for the India's purchase of Russian crude for 30 days. But are there any alternative to this strait? Yes, Saudi Arabia can transport fuel to these western ports on the Red Sea, such as Yanbu, through pipelines. However, ship traffic in Red Sea disrupted when Houthi attacks started in 2023-24. Any attempt to leverage Red Sea port may invite attacks from the Houthis, who are aligned to the Iran. But for the Indian ships, it's quietly different in the Strait of Hormuz because of its neutrality and positive relationship in the region. The Ship Corporation of India had its ship painted India in big bold white letters against the black hull so that the ships would be visible and stand out as belonging to the India. Although there were attacks on Indian ships, the move did succeed to a large extent. But the risk is not just about oil. The water around the Persian Gulf also considers critical subsea internet cables. These cables carry massive amounts of global internet traffic and data flows. Many digital connections between Europe, the Middle East, Asia and India pass through this region and controls about a third of India's westward internet traffic. If conflict damages or disrupts these underwater cables, it could slow down internet connectivity, financial transactions and data communication. For a country like India with a huge digital economy, this could create serious challenges. The Strait of Hormuz may look like just a narrow strip of water on the map, but in reality, it is one of the most strategic choke points in global economy. A conflict here does not just affect the Middle East. It could influence oil prices, global trade, internet connectivity, and even everyday life in countries like India. As tensions continue to rise, the stability of this tiny sea route may determine how the global economy moves the coming months. We in our Philos Factory channel simplify the complex issues. So, for more such explainers, subscribe, comment, like, share Philos Factory, powered by curiosity, driven by facts.